I'm curious, since we're going into the rich-poor conversation, what would you say are the top 3 to 5 rules on money if you could boil it down to 3 to 5?
It's a game. The number one rule is it's a game. You're playing a game. It's that simple, you know. If you look at it as a game, just like anything, you can get better at it, right? Like whatever game you play. If you play Uno, if you play Monopoly, if you play Clue, if you play Jenga, if you play Fortnite, anything you play, you know, you're going to get good. I remember in my time, I was playing Fester's Quest. I played Zelda. I used to play Final Fantasy 1, and I would play, obviously, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, but it was also, what was the Mario Kart? Is it Super Mario Kart? And you know how you would do the 3 jumps, and then bam, it's going fast. And I would beat this time, 32 seconds. I was so proud of it, but I played it 50,000 times, right? So the game with money, it's exactly what it is. Once you learn how to play the game with money, then it has to do with timing, then it has to do with different kind of things. Like, you know, a year ago, I get a call from a guy who needs cash. It's okay. So
he needs an investment.
He has something he has to sell immediately to get cash in return, okay? Because he needs the money right away. So it's okay. So what are you selling? He says it's the 2 greatest Wayne Gretzky cards. I said, okay.
Signed or unsigned?
No, this is a PSA 10 1979 OPG Topps.
Signature?
No signed, but it's the Holy Grail. So the OPG one sold in 2016 for $453,000. Okay.
Wow.
And just 5 years prior to that, it sold for $92,000. So from $92,000 to $451 in 2016, and he calls me. And the top sold in 2016 for $205,000. So 2 cards combined sold in 2016 for $600 and, you know.
He has them both.
He has them both, and he wants to sell it to me. And I said, okay, what do you want to sell it for?
He's like $600,000.
Yeah, of course he wants to. So I'm not going to pay you that. I mean, you know, he wants $650,000. So I'm not going to pay you that. But we talked about it, and eventually he gave me a number, right? And it was still a number. I had to still cough up, you know, $500,000 check to the guy. But we met at the PSA headquarters. Classy guy, total gentleman. We sat down, transaction happened, the CEO of PSA came, showed us the poster on the PSA headquarters, I think it's in Newport, of the card is on the wall. It's the most expensive hockey card in the world, right? Okay, no problem. So
and you're a hockey fan?
I'm not a hockey fan, I'm an investment guy with hockey. But I've interviewed Wayne Gretzky 6 years ago.
Wow.
So I like greatness, I like anybody that just goes and crushes it with their game, right? So I buy this card. So I buy the card, I don't think much of it.
1 card, not 2.
2 cards, it's both of them, I bought both of them, yeah.
Wow.
So the other guy who owns the card wouldn't sell his card for $1 million if you paid it to him. So here's what I do know.
2 guys own the card.
Me and the other guy. There's only 2 of us. Okay. You paid $1 million, he won't sell it to you. So that means there's only one in the market, because it's me, because I'm willing to sell it. Right?
Yeah.
So it's on eBay right now. If you go on eBay right now, you type in Wayne Gretzky OPG, it's on market right now for $1 million, right?
Wow.
The one of them is on the market for $1 million, the other one's on the market for $400,000. So you asked me for a rule of money, I had cash. If I don't have cash like that, I can't double my money that quickly. So we just talked about 3 of them. Money's a game. You need cash because opportunity is going to come up, and it's a doubles game. So if I put
doubles game.
It's a doubles game. Everything about money is a doubles game.
What's that mean?
A doubles game to me is I pay you $1,000. Can we double it in 6 months? No. How long? In 12 months? Okay, no problem. I'll do a double in a year. Here's $1,000. I get a double back, right? So if you take 1,000 and you double it every year, what happens? 1,000 goes into 2, 4, 8, 16. 32, 64, 256, 5, 12, $1 million. $1,000 is 9 doubles away from $1 million.
Wow.
Now you take $1 million and see what happens if we double it 9 times. 1 million goes into 2 million, 4 million, 8 million, 16 million, 32, 64, 128, 256, 5, 12, $1 billion. $1 million is 10 doubles away from $1 billion.
But how do you find the doubles?
Well, that's the game. That's the part of the game. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So the doubles now becomes investment opportunities. You know, what you buy into. Do you start a company where it has a high value, you know, you can really scale it and finding something that can scale? Do you invest into things that are going to give you 6, 8, 10%, or are you going to go play ball and take the risk? That's the game that you're going to start learning that, you know, part of my money is going to be hedged and I'm going to buy some gold because I'm not going to become a billionaire off gold, but I'm buying it because gold is money and something happens to the economy, I'm protected with the gold. But you know what, I'm going to put some of this money in mutual funds because I know long term I'm going to make 8 to 12% on this. I'm fine with that. I might do a real estate deal because long term I may do some money, although right now the commercial real estate may be an interesting dynamic because I think Zoom crushed commercial real estate. The commercial real estate model it's been crushed. Yeah. And by the way, it may never come back the same way ever again. Commercial
Maybe
real
20
estate.
years from now or something. Who
Oh,
knows?
I don't even think. I think it's gone.
Really?
Here's what I mean. Look, we have this space, right? Okay, you got this space. Did you get it in the last 4 months? How long have
I
you
got
had
it
it?
before COVID.
Okay,
yeah.
so
6 months before. Yeah.
But if you get this today, right now, office space in Dallas, office space nationwide, companies are looking at their business models and they're just saying, why do I need 100,000 square feet of office space? Why do I need it? But if you go out there and you look at the numbers, you're like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to do commercial real estate, but if I find if I team up with a investment banker, if I team up with a guy that's managing money, and I go with a VC team, and this is a guy that's flipping opportunities fairly quickly, and I dump $1 million with him, and within 5 years he turns $1 million into $5 million. That's 5x in 5 years. That may not be a bad idea. So you got to find those, and they're out there, by the way.
Yeah.
They're out there. So Ray Dalio plays a game of doubles. Warren Buffett's a doubles game. All these guys are doubles game. And
a lot of this investing in businesses.
yes, I'm a business guy. I'm not a real estate guy. There are people that are, and by the way, that doesn't mean real estate doesn't work. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense for me to say there's real estate billionaires everywhere. Our president is a real estate billionaire. So for me to knock real estate would have no value to it. But for me, I'm more about, I have an idea. What are you guys doing? Me and Tiffany are thinking about starting a marketing company. Okay, how can this thing scale? Well, let me tell you what we got. We got 3 packages. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to be target audience. We're going to be targeting people in this world. Okay, interesting. How much are they going to pay? We foresee us doing $6 million a year in revenue within 24 months. What have you done to be able to earn this? I'm a Columbia guy. I'm a this. I'm a this. How much money do you need? I need $2 million. I can't give you $2 million. Can I come in for $100,000? I put $100,000. The next thing, this thing sells for $200 million. That $100,000 all of a sudden became $2.2 million. That's a victory. So those opportunities are out there. You just got to focus. And then the last one I would tell you with the money. So we talked about what? We talked about game.
Money's a game. You need cash. It's a doubles game.
Doubles game.
Yep.
And I'll tell you one more would be, you have to be maniacal about being patient. I mean, you have to be patiently aggressive. Patiently aggressive. It's so tough to do.
Because you want your money to double now.
Exactly.
It might take 10 years.
Yeah, but if you are willing to do the 10 years, it may double 40 times. It may double 30 times. Like when Bezos said, just hang tight. I'm not going to give you dividends. Just trust me on this. Trust me on this, right? And at the beginning, if you've heard the story where he goes and raises $2 million from, he gets $50,000 from 40 people. That's what, $2 million. And he gives them 20%.
Wow.
20%.
He gives up 20% of that $2 million.
Gives them 20% just for $2 million. You know what that 20% is worth today? $200 billion. Oh my gosh. That's the point. So can you imagine 1994 Amazon gets started? Forget about you put $2 million. Just say you put $50 million.
Wow.
Just you put 50,000. What is 0.5% of a $1 trillion company right now? 0.5%. You're still a half a billionaire.
Wow.
Your 50,000 is worth $500 million, give or take whatever the numbers we're doing right. The point is, that is a massive victory. The guy who put $10,000 and he gave it to Berkshire Hathaway in 1974, I don't know if you've heard this story. Warren Buffett is starting, he says, I'll give you $10,000. Never touches the money. Goes back to his regular job, makes $100,000 a year. You know how much that have you read this article?
No, tell me.
The $10,000, if you go on Business Insider, you pull it up, is worth $780 today.
780
million.
Wow.
Never did anything to it. So that's the part about patiently aggressive.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do. But
So
the
hard
doubles
to do.
get bigger later on, not early on. The
they
doubles
do.
are bigger, you're 15, 20, 25.
That's what Buffett talks about. Just like his successes,
Yeah.
he's lived longer.
Yeah.
He's just stayed around longer to let the money continue to
Exactly.
compound.
Yeah.
And that compounded interest is where it's at.